Oscar, did you have a good time today? I just came back from getting a massage. I'm all ready for tomorrow's wedding now.
Yeah, I had a good time, Viola. And that's good to hear. I'm so excited to see you in your wedding dress, but I don't have confidence in my speech. I'm so nervous.
That's okay. I think you'll be just fine. You're always so good at speaking in front of a lot of people.
I hope so.
I'm nervous too, but I'm more excited because I'm so happy to have a wedding at my ideal venue. Thank you for making my dream come true.
Of course, I want to make all of your dreams come true. Although, I must admit, I was surprised that you wanted to move in together.
Because it's a popular wedding venue. If we waited any longer, it was going to be booked up for a year and a half. And I wanted to get married on the day of our first date. Nothing like making our wedding anniversary an extra special day.
Okay, I get it.
But really, thank you. I'm grateful you're marrying me even though I was divorced and I don't have any other family. I couldn't believe that I met someone who wants to marry me again.
Divorce is very common these days. I'm sure it was hard for you, but your divorce led to us meeting each other. And don't worry about your relatives. I'll be your family from now on.
Yeah, you're right. We'll live separately for a while. But after we move in together, let's enjoy our newly married life.
Of course. We haven't found a property yet, though.
Well, we can take time to look for it, because we've been so busy with preparing for the wedding.
Because of a certain someone.
Hey! By the way, don't oversleep tomorrow, Oscar. I'm worried about that happening. I don't want my groom to oversleep.
I know. I'll set an alarm.
I'll get there earlier than you, because it'll take me a while to get ready. Then see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you. Let's be happy together, Viola.
Yeah, I'm sure that I can be happy if I'm with you, Oscar.
Viola, you must be at the venue already, right?
That's right. What about you, Oscar? Don't tell me you just woke up.
No, I'm in front of the hotel.
That's a relief. I've been waiting for you, so I was a little worried.
Hey, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
When I was about to get inside, there was a little girl there, and she said she wanted me to let her see her mom.
What?
Hey, Viola, you don't have a child, do you? I asked her mother's name, and she said your name. She's saying that her mother's gonna have her wedding here today. Her name is Lucia.
So what if I do? Like I said, I'm asking you. So what if I have a child?
Well, it's just weird. I had literally no idea that you had a child. I mean, I did know that you were divorced.
What are you trying to say here? You decided to marry me, right? Those feelings just disappear as soon as you find out I have a kid?
I didn't mean it like that.
Then what do you mean? If you really love me, you'll accept my daughter as well, won't you?
It really isn't that simple. If I had known from the beginning you had a daughter, that's one thing. But this situation is completely different.
No, it's the same. Just get inside and get ready. I can tell you the details after the wedding.
Do you seriously think we're gonna have a wedding now?
What? You know how excited I've been for today, right? Are you going to cancel the whole thing just because I have a kid? So you won't marry a woman with children after all?
I don't like that you lied to me. Hey, let me confirm with you again. Lucia is your child, for sure?
That's what I keep saying.
Then I'm really disappointed in you.
You see, just like I thought, I was hiding Lucia from you because nobody wants to marry a woman who has a child. All men are the same. They run away as soon as they find that out.
That's not my point at all. I'm not disappointed in you because you have a child. I'm angry that you lied to me, but you did something even worse than that.
Huh? What did I do?
You left Lucia at your great uncle's house because you wanted to marry me, didn't you? You ditched her there and told her to look after herself. She ran away from the house because she didn't want to live with him. She's asking me for her father's address since she wants to live with him.
She had to go and do all this. But how did she know about here? I didn't tell anyone who would blab to Lucia.
She saw the wedding invitation you sent to your great uncle. When she saw it and thought you were going to abandon her, don't you think she's too young to have to think like that? How do you treat Lucia normally for her to react in that way?
What do you know, Oscar? You have no right to tell me how to raise a kid when you've never had one. Lucia's at the age where she can do everything on her own. She can survive without me doing everything for her. She came to the hotel on her own after all.
She needs a parent to take care of her. I'll take Lucia to a dressing room for now. I'll tell the staff to cancel the wedding. Can you tell as many of our guests as you can, Viola?
Huh? I'm getting ready now.
Now's not the time for that anymore.
No! I don't want to cancel the wedding.
I don't want to either. But I can't marry a woman who ditches her own daughter. Whether you like it or not, we are not having our wedding today.
Hey! Answer my calls. We need to talk again. I will not accept this.
Sorry, I can't pick up the phone right now.
Where are you now? It's your day off today, isn't it?
It's none of your business where I am.
What's your problem? Don't you realize how much stress you're causing me? They're gossiping about my cancelled wedding at my job. Everyone's looking at me so coldly all the time now. Not to mention how you broke off your engagement with me. Do you hate me? Just because I have a child? And I left her with my great uncle. Your love for me was that superficial.
We talked it over yesterday. Not only did you lie to me and ditch your own daughter, I can't forgive how you've been treating Lucia all this time.
She's lying to you. I was taking care of her properly before all this. I bet she's lying to you because she thinks that I left her.
It didn't look that way to me. And she said she wants to live with her dad. Apparently you didn't let her see him for a long time.
Because that's unnecessary. You've heard all about it, Oscar. How horrible my ex-husband was. He had a drinking problem and got into tons of debt. I was really a mess too because of him. So I took Lucia with me and ran away in desperation. I protected her from his wrath so she doesn't know how awful her father is.
I know the stories. I thought it was horrible, and
Right?
when I thought that was the truth, that is.
Huh.
You met your ex at your former workplace. It's what you told me before, isn't it? So I called your former company and spoke with Robbie.
What?
Shocked by was what he told me. It was totally different from what you said. The cause of your divorce was your affair, wasn't it? Because of that, your parents cut ties with you. You said you don't have a family, but it makes sense now. You have one, but they want nothing to do with you.
Why? Why did you do that without my permission?
I didn't think I was going to break off our engagement at first either. I didn't mind that you had a child, but it was bothering me that Lucia was so desperate to live with her dad. I realized that you're not even trusted by your own 7-year-old daughter.
Are you for real? You really overthought this.
After I met Robbie and heard the truth from him, it sent shivers down my spine. Because you really are an awful human being. When you got divorced, you lied your way to get full custody, telling him it was your right as the mother. Even though he was separated from her, he kept paying child support every month and always looked forward to seeing her. But you only let him see her a few times, denying him visits most of the time. You gave him the excuse that Lucia will have a stepfather soon. So she doesn't need a father figure, right? That's weird. You didn't introduce Lucia to me or even tell me about her existence, did you?
Well, I was thinking of letting you see her one day. I just couldn't find a good timing for it. I didn't have the courage to tell you.
So you think it was acceptable to just suddenly drop her off at your great uncle's house? Plus, he's elderly and has dementia, doesn't he? That's not fair on him or Lucia. And when you were struggling financially, you asked Robbie to give extra money on top of Lucia's child support.
Wait, are you saying you believe Robbie over me? You're the one who's horrible, Oscar. You said we'll be happy together.
You're not exactly giving me much good reason to believe you, Viola. You hid your daughter's existence and the fact that your divorce was caused by your affair. The reason why you don't have any family around is because of the awful way you handled your marriage. And you'll abandon your child just to get married again. That's ridiculous. You're the lowest of the low.
Why? I just hid her because I love you, Oscar.
You sure are changing your story a lot. You lost your temper when I asked about Lucia. Now, you're trying to tell me you did all this for me. There are so many ways I could have found out about you having Lucia. Why did you keep it secret? It's not something you could have hidden forever.
If I registered her address to somewhere else, I thought you wouldn't find out. I thought you wouldn't know unless you really checked the details.
In that case, you could have relied on Robbie to take care of her. Wouldn't that be better for the both of you?
Well, I didn't want Robbie to take her away from me.
I don't get it. You can't take care of her on your own, but you don't want to rely on Robbie. I'm sorry, Viola, but I can't understand you at all.
Look, Oscar, I'm really sorry that I hid Lucia from you. And I feel bad for leaving Lucia at my great-uncle's house, but I was desperate for a solution. So I want to start over again with the three of us. I think if it's with you, I can raise her properly, Oscar. Please, give me one more chance.
That is not happening. You are honestly terrifying the way you lie so easily and how you treat your own daughter. The more I think about your behavior, the more I'm scared of you. It's been almost 2 years since we started dating, but I had no idea of Lucia's existence until a few days ago. We did spend more time at my house, but I went to your house about once a month. Just where was Lucia all those times?
Well,
Answer me. Where was she?
she was at my friend's house.
That's another lie, isn't it? I heard you made her go out. No wonder she wants to be with her dad.
Did you hear that from Lucia too? There's something wrong with you. You take all the words of a 7-year-old kid at face value, believing her over me. You're not making any sense.
You're the one who's not making any sense.
Fine, whatever. I've had enough. You're annoying me. I only wanted you for your money anyway. If you won't put me first, I don't need you. Good for you. You didn't end up becoming my walking wallet. Just so you know, you're so ugly that you make me sick. You'll be single till you die.
Lucky me, I managed to get away from such a bad person. Managed to save Lucia as well.
What? What do you mean you saved Lucia?
You made Lucia go shopping alone earlier, didn't you? I managed to take her away with me.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you for real?
I am. I don't think Lucia's ever gonna go back to you again.
Are you an idiot? If I tell the police, you'll be arrested. Do you know what happens to child kidnappers?
That's okay, because I was with Robbie. And we took her to Peas.
Wait, seriously? Why did you go that far?
Unlike you, I'm not a liar, so I'm telling you the truth. The reason I couldn't take your calls was because I was at a Key Peace facility. You still have custody of Lucia, right? So we need to change that for Lucia's sake.
You're the worst. Look what you're doing to me. If I don't have Lucia, I won't get child support.
See, I thought so.
What? Come on. What is it?
Robbie said that the reason you wanted Lucia so badly was for the child support. Look, the child support isn't money for you. You need to make a living with your own money, not relying on Robbie. Guess Cups will have a lot of questions for you about Lucia. I'm obviously not a lawyer, so I don't know if you did anything to be punished by the law. But how you treated Lucia shows you're not fit to be a parent.
I don't get it. I thought I could be happy finally. I shouldn't have taken Lucia in.
It's not her fault. It's yours. You ruined her life many times and took advantage of her. You threw her away for your own happiness.
Oscar, do you really hate me now? But you were happy when we were together, right?
Yes, I was. But it was all built on a lie. I can't believe you're trying to get me back after saying you were only marrying me for money just a few minutes ago. Looks like you only think about yourself.
No! I just lashed out because of what was happening. I didn't mean it. Actually, I want to be with you, Oscar. I want to be happy.
I never expected you to be quite this low, but because of that, I can hate you without feeling guilty. If you want to be happy, do it without me. I don't need your superficial love. Although we couldn't forgive what Viola did to Lucia, since letting her go outside and leaving her at her relative's house were only temporary. Viola wasn't punished after the investigation, but she was stripped of Lucia's custody as well as having a restraining order put on her. I hired a lawyer and charged her for the cancellation of the wedding. I was also compensated for emotional damages on top of the cost of the wedding itself because it was recognized Viola was at fault. She ended up having to pay it all. It was supposed to be paid in monthly installments, but she stopped paying after a few months. The government called her job to seize her salary. The whole incident seemed to be a topic of gossip for people around Viola. Well, I guess it was to be expected since the wedding was canceled. Eventually, Viola's workplace got a call from debt collectors, so she ran away since she couldn't take it anymore. I heard from my lawyer that she kept shoplifting at some sleepy, faraway town and was arrested in the end. The payment of the compensation was suspended following her arrest. But after everything that's happened, I don't even want to get involved with her anymore. In the end, she wasn't arrested for Lucia's case. But she found another way to get herself locked up. She'll have a long time to think about what she did now that she's in jail. Lucia and Robbie were finally able to live together and they are happy now. They were separated for a few years. So he texted me that they went out everywhere on weekends to make up for their lost time together. Unfortunately, my wedding and relationship were all messed up. But after I heard that Lucia was happy, I do think it was right that I believed in her over Viola at the time. And I wouldn't have noticed what Viola was really like if Lucia didn't come to the wedding. If she's in trouble in the future, I hope I can help her. But I don't need to worry about that because she's with her dad now, right? I'll just wish them both happiness from a distance.